Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 9, entitled as Raja Vidya Rajaguhyam. Sloka 11, Part 2. Avajānanti mūḍhā mānuṣīṁ tanum āśritam paraṁ bhāvam ajānanto bhūta-maheśvaram. In the previous session, we learned that though the Lord descended into this world in an human form, his qualities doesn't diminish, and the form that he takes is not made of prakriti, the 5 elements, and certainly he appeared not because of karma is karma. Then the question is, why did he appear? So let's see that today. It is simply because of his compassion that he assumed a form like a human, so that the people can seek refuge in him. Rather than appreciating the purpose of his descending into this world, some people just think him to be an inferior person just like them or lower than them and disrespect Krishna. And of course this is just due to their sinful karma that they have accumulated. If we keep thinking God is great, and if the great Lord is only situated in the spiritual world, then we will say that we cannot access the Lord and will not perform bhakti. Therefore the Lord descended to make himself accessible to all of us in a way that we can approach him, serve him, appreciate him, remember his activities and perform bhakti. But when the Lord descended into this world taking a human form, there are others who think I am an ordinary being because I have a human form. So these foolish people do not realize that I am the unequaled Lord of the entire universe, who compresses so many moving and non-moving entities. Without realizing my greatness, they only look at my form, which resembles a human being, think of me as a mere man and disregard me. Here in the sloka, Krishna uses bhūta-maheśvaram, not just Ishvara, it is Maheshwara. Not just Maheshwara, it is bhūta-maheśvara. Bhūta-maheśvaram. Prabhupada says in his purport, there are many Ishvaras. Ishvara means controller. And one appears greater than another. In the ordinary management affairs in the material world, we find some official or director, and above him there is another level of superior, and above that superior there is another supervisor or superior, and it goes above to a president. Each of them is a controller in that area, but one is being controlled by another person. But Krishna is an ultimate controller who doesn't have a controller himself, which is also Prabhupada mentions by quoting Brahma Sameta, Ishvara Parama Krishna. He is the Supreme Lord who is controller of both material and spiritual world. And his body is Satchit Ananda, is non-material. It is not made of Prakriti. Now the question comes, who can be called as Maheshwara? This is confirmed in the Upanishad. So when we refer to the Upanishad, Upanishad gives a complete guideline who can be called as Maheshwara. Yo vedado swaraha prokto vedante cha pratishtitaha tasya prakritihi līnasya ya parasya Maheshwaraha. What it says is one who is represented by the Pranava mantra Om, as indicated in the Vedas, is to be called as Maheshwara. That is what the Upanishad says. So when we take the names of the Lord Krishna, everything is prefixed by the Pranava mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya, Ashtakshara mantra. Om Namo Vishnave, Shadakshari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we can see all the names of the Lord are prefixed by the Pranava mantra, which represents that the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, is Maheshwara. And also it is to be noted here that this is not the case with Panchakshari. Namak Shivaya is Panchakshari, Na Maha Shivaya. Therefore, one cannot add the Pranava mantra to the Panchakshari. From this we can understand Ishvara, Maheshwara, bhūta-maheśvaram, all this represents the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, Krishna alone. Then why do we call sometimes some other gods as Ishwar? Is because they derive that portion of controllership to perform certain activities within their area, but they cannot become the Supreme Ishwar like Krishna. Because the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, is bhūta-maheśvaram, he also has all the attributes, wonderful gunas, qualities. Swami Ramanuja, in his commentary, he highlights just few of them. Sarvajñam, Satya Sankalpam, Nikhila Jagadeka Karanam, Parama Karunikataya, Sarva Samashrayam, Sarvajñam, knower of everything. There could be some small Ishwaras, they only know certain things. But no one can be Sarvajñan, knower of everything. That is only Krishna. Satya Sankalpa, by his will, everything happens. Everything comes to true. That Satya Sankalpa is only possible with Krishna. Nikhila Jagadeka Karanam. Krishna is the only cause of everything. There is not a secondary person who is the cause of everything that we see. It is only Krishna. Sarva Karana Karanam. Parama Karunikataya. He is the most compassionate person. And he is the one that anyone and everyone can take shelter. But the foolish people do not realize the greatness of Krishna, the reason and the secret for Krishna's descending into this world. They don't understand that he took this form for accessibility purpose for people. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. Avajānanti mūḍhā mānuṣīṁ tanum āśritam paraṁ bhāvam ajānanto mama bhūta-maheśvaram. Namaste. Hare Krishna.